What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Life's a Dance podcast. Thank you for joining me. I am your host, Trey Culata. As always, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to spend a few minutes with me to try and enlighten yourself and better the person who you are or who you were yesterday. So today we are talking about, since at the time of this recording, it's Super Bowl Sunday, and it's also the month of love, thinking about, flags on the play. I am going to talk about those red flags. Da-da-dun, da-da-da, ba-da-dun, da-da-da, ba, 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 ba. Yes, red flags. Although, I guess in football, they're usually yellow, but whatever. Does not matter. The fact is that you and I and anybody else listening to this has probably been in a relationship where there were not one, not two, not three, but like multiple red flags that you should have been paying attention to, but decided not to. So we're going to kind of get into today why you ignore the red flags and some methodology behind it so that the next time you are ignoring a red flag, you can stop ignoring it and either address the situation or walk away from the relationship entirely. Because too often we are putting up with somebody's red fucking flags for way too long without them doing anything about it. And then, complaining about it like it's their fucking problem. Like, well, guess what? They showed up to the relationship like this. So really, it's your problem to deal with. And I, too, was a member of the if he needs fixing, I can fix him club. I mean, God, I feel like I was the queen or the president of that club back in my 20s and 30s. Like, if the guy had a fucking psychological issue, I immediately wanted to swoop in and help and save him. And guys out there, same thing. All you Captain Save-A-Hos out there, bitch got problems. I can be the one, the solid guy in her life and, turn her around. No, you fucking can't. Only person who can turn them around is themselves. And if you've got a problem with it, that is probably not going to change. So your little angel baby Trey is here to send you a message from God that says, quit with that shit, okay? Because trust me, I have also been there. Prime example, my ex-husband smoked meth. Hello? Is that not the biggest ding, 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 ding red fucking flag? SOS, save our ship, get the fuck out, run, bitch, run in the other direction that you can possibly think of? I mean, sure, we're all here for some recreational drugs every once in a while. If that's your thing, I mean, sometimes, I'm going to be real, that's me too. But meth? Come fucking on. Trey, I'm a smart individual. I took a test when I was a kid that said, I was a genius and, my IQ was through the roof and graduated with honors from college. Why on earth are you with a man that's smoking meth and then believing him when he tells you that there's nothing wrong with it and it's just a casual once in a while type thing? That's like a heroin addict saying, oh, well, I only do heroin on the weekends. It's not that big a deal. Are you fucking kidding me? Trey, what? But again, it's that I can save him. I can change him. Blah, 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 blah. Girl or guy, I don't know what it is you're trying to fill or if you just have too much time on your hands or whatever the case may be. But the reason you're not paying attention to that red flag is because you are looking to fill some kind of void, and that is not the solution. That is not the way, okay? You have got to be confident enough in what you want and know what you want, and that takes time too, in order to be able to assess, is this red flag something that can be addressed and honestly addressed and fixed? Or is this going to be a fucking deal breaker? Because I'm thinking 10 times out of 10 when my gut ever told me that something was wrong, something went fucking wrong. Like, let's think about also like the tale as old as time. Somebody's been cheating on you, right? And you feel it in your gut. You feel it in your gut. That red flag is going up, and you're ignoring it, and you're believing the little lies, but you're like feeling that little bit of suspicion. Like, dude, come on. Something's going on. Your spidey sense is tingling for a reason. The universe is sending you these, psychic, energetic, magnetic pings of energy in your heart, in your gut, because you fucking know that something's wrong. Like, that is the energy, the source sending you truth. If something feels off, it's off. Don't ignore the signs. Don't ignore the red flags. Because you always regret it when you do. I know I did. Oh, I can fix him. It's okay that he smokes meth. It's just an occasional thing, like no big deal. Yeah, okay. Then we're talking about no job, no car, no money, no whatever, and I'm taking care of everything. And you know what I mean? Same thing with like abusive relationships. Oh, he'll change, she'll change, she'll stop hitting, he'll stop hitting, whatever, the verbal abuse, same thing. It fill in your specific blank. I mean, and this goes past like just common annoyances, because that's going to be in any relationship. There's going to be things about your other person that annoy you. But, if you're an adult and mature about it, you just learn to compromise. But circling back to the point, if you see a red flag, you need to be strong enough to know that red flag, if it's not nipped in the bud, and I honestly can't think of one example where there was a red flag that actually changed in any of the relationships that I was in. Too much drinking, too much drugs, verbal abuse, whatever, right? Gaslighting. That was ever actually fixed. So from my experience, you just got to leave. And most of us don't want to leave and put up with all the red flags and all the bullshit because we're too scared to be alone. And I'm here to tell you right now, I had one kid who was 15 months old. I had another one on the way. I hadn't been working because my husband told me to quit my fucking job because he was going to, be the man of the house. And then I was out on the street with no money. All I had was my car. And I had one kid in diapers and another one on the way. And guess what? I let it get that way. It's my fault. Like, I let it get to that point. I should have left many, many times before. But because we were married, I tried to stay true to the sanctity of marriage and my vows and all that shit. But obviously it gets to a point where you have to be strong enough to walk away when you see those red fucking flags. And luckily you're in a situation where you're just dating or whatever, where it's just casual and you can literally just say your goodbyes and be done with it. But when you're married and you have kids, it obviously gets a lot more complicated. But to that point, if I can fucking do it, you can fucking do it. And you need to be strong enough in the face of the red flags to be able to walk away. You have to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, like, is this really what I want? Because I know that if it's a red flag, it's not what you want. Do you want somebody that fucking cheats on you all the time? Do you want somebody that drinks and is belligerent all the fucking time? Do you want somebody that gaslights you and makes you feel like a piece of shit all the time with their words and how they treat you? No. Nobody wants that. Love is supposed to be teamwork. Love is supposed to be making each other feel better and more empowered. Love is inspiring and feeling inspired by your partner. Everybody gets it mixed up. Like it's the butterflies and blah, blah, blah. And yes, you need to feel those feelings of desire for your partner. That's baseline, relationships. But it can't be just all, lust. And I think that's where a lot of us get lost, is our lust brain tries to be the logical brain. And that shit just does not compute, guys. It does not compute. Square peg, round hole. Do the math. So what have we learned today? we have learned that when you see a red flag, what do? Bitch, run. Bitch, run. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to make a bold statement, but there is no fixing a fucking red flag. If it's a red flag for you, time to go. Time to fucking peace out. All right? And that's it. It's cold hard facts. And maybe that's just the cold hard Aquarius in me, like cut off. I ain't got no time for this shit, but you ain't got no time for this shit. You get the one life and that's it. So let's not waste time with people that are fucking around and playing games, okay? That's one thing I absolutely loved about my relationship before we got married, and even now to this day with my husband, is that it never once felt like we were playing games. Sure, there were some, we've gotten into some fights about some things, but I mean, overall, like, never any games, never any lying, never any secrets. Everything was on the table. So take this advice for what it's worth and go with God. And I hope that this helps you in some way if you are with someone who is throwing up a red flag, and to give you the inspiration that you need to separate and move on and find somebody that isn't going to treat you like shit. Plain and simple, okay? Because nobody deserves that shit. We all deserve somebody, a person, no matter who that is, even if it's not a romantic relationship, people in our lives that treat us with love and respect. That's just baseline, having love and respect for yourself. So, on that note, love you guys. As always, if you got something out of the episode, please like it, please share, please subscribe. It supports the channel and it only takes a second. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, let's dance.